very good morning to all of you viewers to a very nice and interesting episode. An episode that involves three young teenagers. When I am surrounded by them, I am nostalgic. I remember my own teenage years. Those were many years ago. But the teenage time is one of sometimes confusion, sometimes infusion of ideas, and of course that is followed by confusion of ideas, and sometimes there is a little bit of delusion also. But it's a very interesting time because that's when you form your own identities and you try to take on the world. Sometimes the world takes you on and then that becomes difficult. It's a very interesting time, and that's why I would like to spend it with these three teenagers. We have Vibhan, we have Tushar, and we have Alphonsa. Now, two of them are from the same college, Canara college, I believe. That's Tushar and Alphonsa, and Vibhan is from St. Aloysius college. They're all in Mangaluru, but now situated in their residences, and I'm situated in mine. It's called social distancing. It's the sign of our times. But how does it affect our teenagers? That is the question that I'm asking today. Maybe we can start with Vibhan.
Yes, sir. Actually, it has disrupted the basic flow in our lives because we don't have our colleges right now, and during this period, it has affected our examinations that are supposed to be held, and it is causing a lot of problem for those in final year, and when they get into new colleges or jobs. And yeah, it is a difficult stage right now, but all we can do is follow as per the government laws and regulations.
You're in the first degree, so your exams have not been held yet.
No, sir, it has not been held.
Emotionally, how has it affected you?
I've not felt like it has affected me emotionally because, one thing is, there's this stress that is there because exams are not yet, they're not yet appeared so far. I've not yet repeated my examinations yet. And I've keep preparing myself, till the government announces certain days for the set examinations.
Okay. Alphonsa, what about you? How is life treating you?
Well, this is a sudden change, something really unexpected. And as of my case, I was preparing for my second few board exams, and it was my final, the last one, English exam on the 23rd of March. That's when the sudden announcement comes that the lockdown is going to begin. So it was really unexpected. I couldn't take it at first because it meant that I still had to wait for my exams to get over, and at the same time I couldn't plan things because being English and the last exam, I already started planning my vacation, and that's when I actually and unfortunately got the realization that planning does not always work. So planning is beyond our thought. That's what I felt.
This lockdown announcement reminds me of the time when we used to go to college. It used to start pouring in the morning, and once we reached college, they would announce a rain holiday. And
Yeah, we have had that.
so that was the kind of joy that we used to feel. I don't know whether you felt the same joy when the lockdown was announced by the Prime Minister. I'm not too sure about that.
At one point, we did feel happy, but then we have to also think about the circumstances and the situations that lockdown has put many other people into.
Correct.
That is little sad.
That's empathy, actually. Tushar, what about you? You are in first PUC in Canara College, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So
our exams got over in the month of February. So I had already planned my vacations and a lot of things because now that the lockdown has been announced, first week was quite boring for me. I started to feel bored and no work at all. But then I realized each and every one of us carry an instinct of excellence within us. So that is how I started to discover more about myself. Then it was a routine for me. And I can say that self-isolation has made family bonding more comfortable and better.
yeah, in fact, I was about to ask you that question. Now that you are at home 24/7, because as a teenager, I'm sure you were not pre-COVID. Parents are not fed up?
No, sir,
No, at
I
one
don't
point.
disturb them. At one point, I can help them in the work and cleaning my room, cleaning the house, or whatever household work. So they are not disturbed.
What about you, Vibhan?
At times I'm confined to my room. I go outdoors for some physical activities. My mom's in her room, so I help her at times when we are preparing dinner or lunch. So yeah, I feel like it's balanced. It's not too much, it's not too less.
I felt it was quite healthy actually, because before this, parents would be busy with their work and we would have our regular schedules. But now we have time for everything. We all meet together. We have enough time to speak about things. So it is a special bonding right now, and we feel really good actually.
This time, this lockdown actually has, if you look at the positives of it, I don't think we have had this opportunity in a long time to bond with our families. Probably even the neighbors for that matter, they come out and talk to you. And since you have nobody else to talk to, I think they are the best people to talk to. Let me just get back to Tushar. So, what have you been doing other than your studies are over? I mean, your exams are over, so you are different from the other two. So, what have you been doing with your time to improve yourself or improve your physical and mental health conditions and your skills?
So, improve my mental conditions, I can say music uplifts my heart. So evening, whenever I'm free, I just go and listen to some music and enjoy my time. And apart from that, our online class, I'm a CA aspirant, so online classes are also have been started. So morning I have to prepare with CA foundation classes and all. And apart from that, I can say I like interacting with my friends whenever I'm free. So we do video calls and we talk about further conditions, and whatever they do at home, they share with us together. So that's how it's been.
What is your friends' outlook about this whole COVID-19 business? Is it going to get over? How is it going to end? What's going to happen?
Yeah, some of them are frustrated actually sitting at home too much. So yeah, we all are hoping that it gets over soon, and we want our college to start soon.
Okay.
So that's all. We miss them a lot.
That's a very telling answer. Very telling answer. Vibhan, what do your friends say, and how are you keeping in touch with them?
We are in touch through video call, through WhatsApp, Instagram, and there's a lot of we call. There's also a normal regular call, and then we have these discussions on how this will end. We have a lot of plans about our future. That what if this doesn't go well? What are we going to do with the future? We have all this stuff.
What's going to happen? Suppose it doesn't go well. I mean, it's going to be with us for some time now. So, what are your thoughts on that?
It's going to take a lot of time to recover. So it will be a very hard time at that time. There'll be more competition. And one has to push themselves more harder at certain situations to excel in that place. So, me and my friends, we open up some business ideas. We plan opening a stall and stuff. If things don't work out our ways. And then we have this conversation, wherein we are, confined to that thing, what will happen, how long will it take for this to end? So considering the situation right now, we come to this conclusion that it may drag on December, or who knows, further more than that also. So unless and until a solution is not found.
Okay, and Alphonsa, how have you been improving yourself? I think last time you told me that you were doing some video editing and stuff like that.
Yes, I love editing. It's one of my passions. So then I take some sample videos and try improvising my skills on it. So I try my own methods and try seeing if it works well. So I think personal excellence can be improved right now. It's an opportunity for all of us. But then it's really difficult and hard to be separated from friends for so long. We have been together for almost so many years, and then not meeting them for so long is really difficult. And if you tell about even thinking about the fact that lockdown is going to extend really hurts.
See, your generation, I'm sure, has the facility of video calling. Just like we are sitting across from our homes and talking on Zoom. In our generation, if you ask your parents, we didn't have that facility. And if there was a lockdown, it was going to be a lockdown. There was no other word for it. So that's the situation. How do you want to look at life after this lockdown is over? Now, let's say you get back to college. Now, the COVID-19 is not going to go away. So, you will have this problem of social distancing. right? Even the games on the field, you'll have to, I don't know how they're going to work out. So a lot of things are going to change. It is quite possible that the classes themselves may move more into online classes to avoid people congregating. What are your thoughts on that, Alphonsa?
Well, I would like that as a suggestion, because instead of making classes more or less a place to just listen about things, we can make it more practical. At the same time, because Corona is not going to leave us soon, that is something we all know. Our classes is going to be made online. At the same time, students should be given more opportunities to have some practical experience. And yeah, of course, in classes, we will be keeping some distance, even the seating arrangement, everything is going to change. It's going to be a new experience, but it should be a positive thing. I support online classes because it helps us in some way.
And what about both of you, Vibhan and Tushar? Tushar first.
Online classes, I think they are better than practical because we have to maintain social distancing and there will be a lot of confusion, of course. So online education, there are some drawbacks there too. Everyone cannot afford the high network, and there will be network issues in the month of rainy season and in the monsoon enters, of course. So online education would be better than college, I think. They can make the online education on like at least for 2 months or somehow until this reduces, the COVID situation reduces.
Shah said, yeah, online classes do have drawbacks, but considering the situation right now, there is nothing else we can resort to. So I personally feel that, yeah, online classes are a must. And for examinations, we can, if we are in a college, maintaining this idea of social distancing, and so that the exams are conducted flawlessly.
One last very interesting question that I have for all of you. A lot of the youngsters that I know across the world are connecting by online gaming with their friends. That is one thing. The other one is, I think many of them play Ludo.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I know is that many of them are now getting interested in cooking. They are looking at YouTube videos and asking their parents to get out of the kitchen. Are you doing something like that, Vibhan?
Yes, I have. I've tried making pani puri and the recent trend, the dalgona coffee. I got kicked out from the kitchen from my mother. I made up a lot of mess over there. So eventually I ended up getting kicked out. But yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, and yeah, I did resort to Ludo and PUBG, at times for leisure. And it was fun. Eventually, and getting connected to and enjoying.
Tushar?
Yes, sir. I love preparing desserts and fast foods at home. So even I got kicked out of the kitchen for having a mess there. And yeah, games, I can say I play only Ludo with my family and my mom and dad. So that was a fun time for me. And considering the modern generation, I think half of the youngsters are busy watching streams of selfies, breakfast of virtual friends, and violent video games. So apart from that, I think the games which gives us mental peace, so that helps us a lot. So Ludo I prefer most of the time.
And Alphonsa?
Well, Ludo reminds me of a funny situation, because in the beginning, everyone were getting friendly with it. And my friends too suggested that you better join Ludo, we have to play. And we even started a group named Ludo Kings, which lasted only for 2 days. And then it turned out to be a little boring, in fact, because it's not that nice to play. Keep playing the same game again and again. I didn't feel it that good. But then that group still exists without people interacting there. And as of cooking, I really love cooking, and it's one of those passions which I always look forward to. It was difficult to convince my mom in the beginning, but then I succeeded in some of those foods that I made, and I think everyone liked it and they did appreciate me. So I feel satisfied.
Okay, so all of you have developed new skills, both in gaming and cooking, and also in your academics perhaps. Let's hope that the future is bright. And one thing is for sure, this COVID-19 lockdown has given us an opportunity to be one with the family. It's an opportunity that we rarely get even once we start working, because it's a rat race. So I think you should all enjoy this time until the academic year starts, which is probably going to be in August or September as things stand. Prior to that, you'll have your online classes and probably a schedule for examinations. But this is the best time to enjoy your family and the time that you get to yourself, learning new skills and, helping yourself grow as a person. It's been a wonderful experience for me personally, talking to all three of you. And thank you for joining me on the show. We'll meet again sometime, maybe personally. I don't much care for the online stuff, but sometimes we have to do it. We'll meet again personally somewhere, maybe out for a Dalagona coffee, made by Vibhan. Thank you very much.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.